What is it, whiny wimp? What is it? You're a whiny wimp! You were good this morning, now you're being bad! So therefore, I will smush you. No! Please don't! I was doing some Atari tests here. You have a known working Atari, known working screen, known working cartridge. So the plan is to first turn this cartridge into a ROM cartridge. I'm sorry, a EEPROM cartridge. I picked the most generic 4K game that I have, so no one will care if it dies. Some of you may die, but that's a chance I'm willing to take. I thought these came together easier. Come on. Been a while since I've done any Atari stuff or electronic stuff. Just turning into a code monkey. What is it, whiny wimp? Are you a whiny wimp? Whiny wimp, whiny wimp. Bud, you are a whiny wimp. They started making toilets, huh? Alright, looks like it has all the pins that we need. It seems you are practiced in worshipping things that fly. That's good. So I made a couple test ROMs. Yeah, this one might work. This one should work. I actually made them myself. I used the new Atari Dev Studio in Visual Studio Code. The Boo Box. Yeah, I think that's the top pin. Yeah, because they've got these pins tied together. Because I think that's one of the chip enables right there, or it's the program pin on a real EEPROM. What is it? Oh, All right, I'm supposed to feed you, apparently. Damn Geneva Convention. Hey, Nevitz. Oh, this is really old solder. I gotta be careful not to rip up the pads. Actually, I think my gun is still turned down from the last time that happened. I found another Atari in one of my closets today. So, just trying to collect enough chips to do a batch of 10 of these. Or, yeah, I guess 10, because they'd probably sell the 10 or 11. Let me go prototype. Did they not have? I guess that was their extra ground connection. Junk mistake. It was a wild, wild west back then. There were giants in the earth back then. All right, Atari Mask ROM. So Atari Mask ROM is mostly compatible. I think it's most directly compatible with the 2532 EEPROM. I'm at a 2732. Biggest difference, well, a few of the pins are different, and then the chip enable is inversed. So on the Mask ROMs, they made the chip enable active high, since the 6507 can access 8K of memory. The first 8K was obviously the peripherals, like the TIA and the Riot. I guess that's all it was. And then the cartridge is mapped into the upper 4K. And that's why they were limited to 4K. I mean, they probably could have made it somewhat bigger, but it would have required more decoding circuitry. Because they would have had to mask around the registers. But by putting everything in the, basically, yeah, the peripherals in the bottom 4K and the cartridge in the top 4K, it's a lot simpler. Actually, that's how the Nintendo does it too, except for it's 32K. Although on the Nintendo, I believe you can put RAM on the cartridge and map it in the first 32K as well. Actually, I'm pretty sure you can. Make sure I don't damage any traces. Oh, they had a ground trace. I don't see what they were so worried about. Obviously a very variable chip. Yeah, it's pretty clean, actually. Hi, Randy Novick. And let's see, the left side is entirely the same. Chip select 1, chip select 2. I assume those would be tied together, wouldn't they? VCC is tied to chip select 1. Oh, then chip select 2 is going down there. I guess that makes sense. That would be what, A12? So we can double check. Yes, all of my electronic skills have atrophied, especially the Atari ones. It's just been a very, very long time. I'm going to throw my lightsaber over my shoulder and say, it's time for the Jedi to end. Now, let's see. A12 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over. Or 6 over from the right. Let's just quadruple check everything. The Tandy wires. Yeah, I got this kit when I was a kid. These are the only ones left from my original kit. This one has nail polish on it for some reason. Probably my sister's fault. Yeah. See, I've been using this screwdriver for 41 years. And still, I'd be very sad if it broke. I actually have a backup set, though. Someone sent them to me like their dad died. They're like, hey, my dad had the same screwdrivers you're always using. Do you want extras? I'm like, sure. And that one was a full kit. So there's originally 5 of them. But these were the most useful. So I guess that's why the other ones I lost. Okay, so... 20, so that's this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the hell? Oh wait, that one's going there. Oh, that's the top. Oops. 24, 20. Skip 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that checks out. In Hebrew, it starts with an I. Let's see. So, chip select 2 on the mask or on the EEPROM is A11. So we've got to cut that. We've got to cut this trace here, and they'll have to bodge over to the other trace. Probably not a big deal. Right. Let's see. Okay, so 20. That's output enable. Yeah, that would probably work. Yeah, right? Output enable. Yeah, because we could tie chip enable low, but then we'd still need output enable to be. Yeah, that should work. But if I'm wrong, please correct me. It's like I said, I'm very rusty. All right, let's get a socket. Oh, what are you doing there, bud? What are you doing? Oh, that's right, I gotta feed you. You'll live. You're a chunker. You're a chunkalunkalicious cat. The Chunkalunkalicious bars. I'll make them here. The Oompa Loompas do it. But you won't get them because you lose, Charlie. You're a charlatan. Let's see, A10 is the same. All right, so the ones that are different is skip 3, up, A10 is the same. This one's different. Okay, so that's a delta of 1, well, at least 2. Well, yeah, because either way we have to have the inverter. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. Oh, he was just here whining. He was like, I'm annoying. He was like a Baldur's Gate cat. He was like, hiss. So the plan is see if we can get this to work. And if this works, you can use it to test the video on that broken out TIA over there. All the Atari TIA chips, including the 400-800, had this flaw where the luminance pins weren't perfectly in sync. So to get really good video on this, you should add a delay circuit to the luminance 1 pin. And that will make the image less fuzzy. Yeah, I know I could just buy one of these off Atari Age, but I didn't think to do it, so. I think the only time you have to discern between output enable and chip enable is if it's a RAM, because obviously the RAM, you don't want it to output when you're trying to write the RAM. But yeah, if you guys could just do a double check for me. But I think I would just, yeah, if that's the case, yeah, I could just leave that. Actually, that could just be left connected. I think that would work. Oh wait, well, I still have to invert it, so yeah, I still need to have it pulled up. Well, I pulled all 3 up, so I guess I could do whatever I need to. What could I use for a spacer? What's this? Oh, was that from that Super 8? Your favorite J.J. Abrams movie? Bud, what do you think about J.J. Abrams? I think he sucks. He's so good, why hasn't he made a movie since Rise of Skywalker? Well, Bud, because that movie was garbage. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say J.J. Abrams should be hauling garbage. What I meant to say was J.J. Abrams should be hauled away as garbage. You know what the worst thing about J.J. Abrams is? Alex Kurtzman. Like, that hack might have stayed gone if it wasn't for, like, Fringe. I mean, the best thing J.J. or Kurtzman ever did was a X-Files ripoff, which obviously wasn't as good as X-Files. I'll put their hack on it. I'll put their hack back in. Oh man, I can't hack as well as they did. Truly, these were the forerunners of hacks. Well, you can never have enough ground lines. The solder... Oh, shit, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Let's see here. All right, 3... Skip 2, 1. Yeah, it's like a black hole. The only way you know something's being soldered is because you can see the solder moving. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's a skip. And then this one is A10, like the plane that will never die. I've been trying to practice my Sky Shark arcade like Billy Mitchell, but man, that game gets really hard in stage 3. It's like logarithmic. You can pretty easily get to stage 3 without an extra credit, or even without dying, but then, oh man, it gets so hard. Oh, it's nice and lopsided for you. We made them extra sloppy. Oh, that one's kind of sticking up. That's not good. All right, let's just make sure everything's connected. All right, so let's see. That is A7, which is on the bottom, of course. Why wouldn't it be A6, A5, A4, A3, A2. How far does this go? It goes all the way, baby. I guess it'd be A0. And then the first 3 datas. Oh yeah, they align. Oh, they call it D1. It's right there. D1 or D0. So this is D1, and then D2, and then ground, I believe. Yep. Okay. And this obviously is VCC, which is here. And then this is A8, which is here. Oh, they pretty much just lined this straight up, didn't they? A9. Oh, and then, yeah, they flipped it. Yeah, it jumps to A11. So this is A11, and we didn't hook that up yet. Okay. And then A10, which is hooked up. And then this is the enable pin, which is A12 enable, which we didn't hook up. We have to add an inverter to that. Yeah, okay, then this should be data. Well, this should be data 3? Yes. 1, 3. All right. 5 lines of data. Yep. All right. All the connections are secure. That's good. Yeah, I did start an hour early because I wasn't sure how long this would take. Okay. Where was A11? A11 was 5 over, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we skip A9. Okay, so I'm gonna find a good place to grab that, which I guess would be right there. I guess. I don't think that's... Is that a via? Yeah, it is a via. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, we could probably just do that with a piece of wire, couldn't we? Alright, A11 is this one. Dun, 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 dun. Obviously, this has to be the most beautiful thing ever wired. Actually, it doesn't. Just has to work. Okay. Oh, poop. I soldered the wrong thing. Darn it. I'm an idiot. Crazy old Ben Kenobi. Some kind of a weird hermit with this orange cat. Lives out by the Dune Sea. Whatever happened to this Urokosaki? No one knows. But you have his symbol on your headband thing. Oh crap! That's Shredder! I assume all of this is ground. Yeah, it's gotta be ground, right? Yep, he's a cat. He's never satisfied. Well, let's see. I'm going to go with output enable. So that would be the next pin. Now I can make my own home brews. One, two, three, four, five. Let's see, A12 is 6 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's that guy there. Okay, so right now that's not going to anything. Boo, 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 boo. Adam the man, that sounds way too simple. Wait, Bud is in his box. See? Boxed Bud. Whoa, did Bud Cam freeze for a change? Look how innocent and cute he is. Bud, are you giving me a sly look? Let's see. Do 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 do. Bud, are you innocent? No, I am evil. Oh no! Not an evil cat. I just pretended to be cute and innocent so I could get your trust. Oh crap, I still need to feed Bud. Alright, maybe once I do this, I will go feed him and gets a drink of water. Poor Bud. He is starved. Ah, my legs, I'll never walk again. Ah, the rest of my legs. Oh, we're just going to put a NOT gate on here that will invert the, it'll make the active high signal into active low, and then that should enable the EEPROM. In theory. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Why order something off Atari Age when you can do this in your own home? Now, how much would you pay? The utmost of precision. I think that's it. I guess we'll see. Place your bets. Place your bets. Yes, this is Baji AF. I've never actually tried to do this before. Will it work? Will it blend? Oh, there's a lot of failure points on this. This is also a custom program that I wrote, so it's even more dodgy. Hey, it worked! Wow, it's like kind of bright. Yeah, so it's the color bars. It's using the foreground, so the background's black, and then it's doing like the color bar thing, which is really easy to do. You just like load like 190. Well, I had a setup line, so I loaded 191 into the X register, and then you just write the X register to the color register on every line, and then you do a B. Well, you deck it, and then you do a branch when not equal, and then you jump out of the loop. Cool. Actually, you can kind of see it, like, see the left, see the edges of white? It's not quite perfect. That's what we want to try to fix. I want to try, okay, so now that we know the adapter works, I want to try this first ROM that I burnt. That I had a few, I think I don't know if I had the accumulator with the right bits in it or not. Now that we know the adapter works. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever made a ROM adapter for an Atari, strangely enough. Well, yeah, this is the God camera. The camera that will never die. No, I was just using the... Look at this thing even has FireWire. You can actually, these cameras are actually still worth money on eBay, because you can actually do digital dumps of analog 8 and Super 8 tapes with them. Or I'm sorry, Super, what did they call it? Super, God, yeah, it was an 8mm tape as well. How much Super 8 do we need? Oh, I guess this version worked as well. Oh, this Atari has a bus indicator on it. Oh, did we lose it? Did we bump it? Well, I use the second ROM anyway. Yep, I think this game is ready to ship. Call Ubisoft. It's so jank. Well, time to encase the whole thing in super glue. Hey, this is technically my first burned Atari 2600 ROM. Feels like the first time. Feels like the first ROM. Feels like the very first ROM. Who knows, in 1,000 years, even you may be worth something. Buried alive in a tomb of rock. Unbelievable amounts of hot snot. All right, I'm gonna feed Bud and grab some water. Okay, so we don't, this one we don't need. Bud. Oh, Bud is sad. Bud, are you sad? Do these EEPROMs sound like greenies? Kind of sound like greenies. Come here, Bud. Come here, Bud. Let's get some food. Yeah, I'm going upstairs to dish out some cow. Here. Oh. YouTube suggested my adventure movie. You know, it's weird. I was just thinking about that earlier today. I think, oh yeah, I remember why, because YouTube showed me like this VHS movie of like a cat jumping around in a field, and it made me think of like, you know, like making movies on video in the 90s. Apparently they're re-releasing the Transformers movie in theaters. The real Transformers movie. Yeah, Stranger Sound, that's pretty common. The Nintendo does the same thing. It has like a 20 megahertz clock for the video, and then it divides that by like 18 for the CPU. It's pretty common. That's how most of those systems worked back in the day. All right. So let's grab the other rig, which is this one. Rigs! I got my wish. Why throw away your life so recklessly, Prime? Wait, I still function. Wanna bet? I am Unicron. I can drink 20 bottles of wine in one sitting. Oh crap, it's not really easy to show you the scope, is it? I guess I could manually move the camera over like a caveman. Alright, so if we go to... Here, let's make the luminance in sequence. The pins aren't in sequence, but I made this in sequence. So, the Atari actually had really good color. Like, it had like the best color of any of the early systems. Better than the Nintendo as well. And so it had 16 colors, and it had 8 shades per color, so it was 128 colors. Now, in code, you would have 4 bits of luminance, but it actually only used 3 bits of luminance, which is what we see here. So by putting that white bar in place, the first thing we'll see on each line is white. And we should be able to see the desynchronization with the bits. Because remember, these are the bits of color before it's mixed or anything. So that's how you can see the difference. So like most of the good video mods for Atari systems do this, because all the Atari systems have this flaw. Alright, so I gotta turn on all 3 channels. And like, we can't see shit! We ain't found shit! Yeah, the Atari 2600 and the consoles, or on the computers, they have much better color than Nintendo. I mean, some of them had like flawed circuitry, like we're talking about here, but in general, it was better. Yeah, hooked up to the sink. Yeah, I can easily... Gosh, they look pretty well lined up on... Maybe I gotta zoom in my scope a little bit. Yeah, actually, no, you can hear. Let me try to move the camera without ruining everything. Actually, since I can use Bud's camera since he's not here. I think this will work. Oh my god, this is super ghetto Magetto. Oh God, this is so bad. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so this is supposed to, okay, so if we zoom out here, we can see, you can see the first white bar and the second white bar, and then there's the color bars to the right. And then that down there, that's the horizontal sync pulse. So this is what we're looking for right here, is propagation delay with these. See how it's kind of off time-wise? Yeah, 3 is hooked up to Loom 2. Yeah, see how... Yeah, it's like the cascade. It's like the... So the high bit goes first, then the low bit... Well, here, I guess we can try to line them up. That'll make it really obvious. See that? Actually, it looks like it's just the one that's really off. The one that's on line 3. But that's what can make your color edge... Yeah, I'm talking about bad video while making a really bad video. Coronation Star Scream? This is bad comedy. See how it finishes first, too? See that? So if we put in like an OR gate, we could probably add enough propagation delay to make up for that. And it would also cause a delay on the back end too. Look who's back! I will give you a new greenies, a new troops to command, and nothing. You belong to me now. I belong to nobody. Perhaps I misjudged you. Go then, on your way to oblivion. What is it? I guess 4 nanoseconds is as close as I can get. Come on. Let's see, 100 nanoseconds. 10 nanoseconds. It's about 10 nanoseconds. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 10 nanoseconds. Bud, would you concur with that value of 10 nanoseconds? 10 nanoseconds. How long it takes Bud to eat a greenie? Oh, I'm sorry. That is the Loom 1 line. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's time for another Hack Majack. What do you think, Bud? And or a or? Oh, what brand are these? Fairchild? Texas Instruments? Of course, we'd have to get surface mount versions for the real steel deal. So the idea here is we purposefully introduce a propagation delay to line up the chip or line up the lines. You know what I meant, right, Bud? I can't even understand you, you dumb human. Oh, how could you say that to me? You are mean. That's right, I am mean. I am a mean cat. And now I shall get my revenge. Oh, no. Please, no revenge. What about the time I spent all that money getting your urinary tract fixed? Ha 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 ha. I embezzled the money and put it into war bonds. Oh no! Wait a minute, I could just ask AI. That will be 12 units of water. I want a propagation delay. All right, come on. Oh, there it is. Propagation delay. Typical at 5.5 or 4, well, probably 4.5 volts is 15 nanoseconds. What about a Fairchild? I don't think it's going to be that much different. In theory, an OR might be different. Let's check an OR. SN74, HCT, HCT32N. What the hell, Google? Come on. Just give me the data sheet. I don't care about anything else. All right. You think it's going to have more or less propagation delay? It's exactly the same. Bud, you have propagation delay. You're like, duh, I'm dumb. I'm a dumb cat. Ah, damn it. I'm losing my Commodore screws. Get back here, Commodore screws. I still need you someday. I would think a buffer would be a little faster. That's actually pretty close. Bud started out this morning feeling so polite. Gonna get a hook that won't be bite. This is the perfect thing for AI to think about. Oh yeah, Kree, I noticed Sheep Detective was on Amazon Prime. AI is suggesting a 125 or 244 buffer. Let's see. Surely I have something like that laying around, right, Bud? How would I know? I'm a dumb cat. Oh, a dumb cat? I thought you were super smart. No, I'm dumb. Oh no. Dumb bud. Dumb, dumb bud. Let's see. CD74HCT244E. It turns out I actually had some of these laying around. What a shock. I mean, I probably have to find some like single buffer solution. But I might as well try to get as close as I can without going over, like the Price is Right. I know, I'll just attach a really long wire to it. You know what? Let's just try an AND gate for starters. I mean, AI was right. The buffer does have a lower propagation delay, but maybe, I don't know, maybe the gate's fine. Oh man, Ben couldn't possibly do anything more ghetto than his last project, right? Right? Wrong. I have waited a lifetime, squished but so recklessly. I don't know, isn't Louis Rossman's cat dying or something? Like Clinton cat? Maybe we shouldn't bash on him. Team cat solidarity. Let's build another jank circuit. Let's attach some jank to this jank. You will believe a man can be jank. Increase bodge factor to 12. My God, it's full of bodge. Oh, a super chat. Thank you very much, Simba. Tell Bud you love him and he is a very smart cat. Okay. Bud, I love you and you are not as dumb as my niece thinks you are. I think you are smart. Maybe sometimes too smart because you know how doors work. Aw, good kitten. Good kitten. Good kitten. Thank you for the super chat. That would definitely buy a whole box of greenies. Thank you very much. And now back to our janky project. When we last left our janky heroes. See, I'll probably just build a video circuit on this board as well. So, you know, you can never have enough ground lines. Let's have ground lines going everywhere. Oh, that one's too janky. Too janky to quit. Actually, no, it is janky, and so it should quit. Too janky to quit. Cooking MC is like a pound of bacon. I don't think we've made a big enough mess yet. Alright, don't need this. What is that? It's quad? So it's 6 per? Yes. Do I have some 6? I do have some. That looks like 7. Close enough. Bud! Bud, are you a super cat? Oh yeah, I got a whole bucket full of clip leads are the best. Hashtag jank soldering. Thought I saw one of those jumper wires down here. See, this breaks out the entire TIA. See? So, there should now be power to that chip. Looks like I need a female to male. I'll be right back. Bud, were you worried about me? No, I was hoping you were dead. What? Hoping I was dead? Yes, then I can get all the greenies. No! Ha 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 ha. I never actually cared about you. I was just using you. No! You were a gold digger cat. Well, I wouldn't mess around with a broke-ass cat. La da da. La da 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 da. All right, so we're gonna pipe it through the AND gate. Let's see what happens. X-Files Lego set? No, I didn't hear about that. Alright, let me zoom in and try to acquire this again. Not getting a good signal off of it. Maybe I messed something up. How far can we zoom in? It's like the Maldebrot set. Ah, did I wire something wrong on the chip? That's weird. What was that? That's a 32, so that's an OR. No, I guess it's an OR, so it doesn't need. You can do either OR. What the fart? Why is it hitting the sink? That's not right. I better double check. What kind of fuckery is this? Oh, God damn it, I tied ground to sink. Oh, God. Oh, there's your problem. I underestimated you, my friend. Wait, where is ground on this? Oh, it's up there. Yeah, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. There, obviously that wire will never move. Yeah, it turns out something was wrong with the G diffuser. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, of all the days to take out my trash. Picked the wrong day to stop sniffing glue. Here, let's get another trashy mod. Here's another explosion for your movie kid. Mozart. Wow, this is the coldest room in my house. Probably because the furnace AC is right over there. All right, let's try this again. Oh, here, let's be really pedantic. Let's put sync on 1, loom 0 on 2. On this scope, you have to hook up every ground for some reason. Then they left Earth for no reason. And then 3 would be 1, which would be the one we're going to put through the OR gate. So we'll put that over here, and 4 will be 2. Okay, so we need bit 1 to go to 1 input. Then we need 1, well, it's an OR, but we should probably... Oh, wait a minute. No, we can't do that because then it will be... Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be... Yeah, then it would always be on. Yeah. Oh, we'll just go to ground. Okay, that'll work. And then the output of that OR gate will go to 3. All right, shall we try this again? It's weird, it's dipping down to 3.7 volts. Got some sort of short someplace. That doesn't seem right. Still doing it. Something's dipping out the power on the TIA. I don't know what. Is it my OR gate? AI did it on purpose. That wouldn't surprise me. Gosh, it's still dropping down. Oh, did I have the current limiter set too much? It's possible. Reverse the polarity of the gravitational beam. It must be the tachyon pulse counter. Sorry, Jessica. I actually don't take project requests anymore. Back in the show days we did, but nowadays I don't really have the time. Sorry. But thanks for watching the stream. Oh, what the hell? Where did the signals go? The giant Game Boy, as far as I know, is still at like Premier Farnell or whatever. So it's down in Chicago or wherever that company is now. Oh, a super chat. Thank you, Taiwan Brown. Can you share what was going through your mind as you spoke with Todd Rogers, especially when you showed him what he did was impossible? It was just kind of awkward. Speaking of which, I have a dragster cart right here, actually. It felt kind of awkward. Actually, the main thing I was thinking is, like, even if he could do this, that was like 35 years ago, so it's very unlikely that he would be able to reproduce what he did so long ago, even if it was possible. So what's really the point of having him here? That's actually what I was thinking. No, it's not that I don't take requests. It's I just I don't know. I had a couple like repairs that people sent in, and I was unable to do them, which kind of made me feel bad. So I had like a loss of confidence in myself. So that's one of the reasons I haven't been doing as many repairs. Because I think I had like a Amiga 4000 I couldn't crack, and then like I think an Amiga CD32. And so yeah, that was part of the reason. Whereas I was like, oh man, I had like a couple fails in a row, and it kind of discouraged me. That and again, like I'm doing like my day job is now programming pinball machines, and that's like a full-time job. So that's my top priority. So in the past, I had more time, like especially like when I did the show, because it was like, oh, you know, your job is to build weird things, so I could build all sorts of weird things. But now it's like, okay, well, if you have time to build weird things in your free time, and if you still have energy at 50 years old, then you can do it. But so yeah, less time and less energy. I mean, I still like building things. I just don't have as much throughput. So like for this year, I want to like build these Ataris. I did my Sega Nomad, but yeah, so that's one of the reasons I don't take custom projects anymore. 041. Okay, let's try this again. Like I build those controllers for people, but that's like, you know, it's kind of like a consistent project that's like always the same. Well, now I'm not getting anything. What the hell? Oh, wait, that's Dragster. Yeah, it's weird. It's like, it's just, it's like it doesn't want to work anymore. Something's wrong with the G diffuser. Well, wait a minute. These are, well, no, the sync line is also pulled up. So if I damage something with the pull-up line, the sync wouldn't be working either, but the sync is working. And the vertical blank is working, which means the code is running. So how come I'm not seeing anything on these luminance pins? That's weird. Okay, there's one. Okay, can I get 2? Can I get 4? Okay, there's 2, it looks like. Once I get this working, I'll show you whatever I find on the scope. But it's being a butt plug right now. Okay, I can see the vertical blank now on the screen. That's good. Alright, so why won't this last one work? What is the effing problem? Let's try it just like that. Okay, it looks like I got it now. This is still without the propagation delay. Okay, so let's do this really carefully. All right, so this guy's already powered. Well, actually, let's confirm that too, because I don't trust anything anymore. All right, that's got power. All right, so let's go in. And out. Okay, it's stuck high. This is the 30, yeah, this should be the ore chip. Oh, wait a minute. Wow. If I'm using an ore chip, it's going to do it no matter what. Good one, Ben. I don't think that was the whole problem, but it was definitely part of it. Yeah, I'm a super genius, right? I'm the best computer person ever. That's why I used a socket. You're hand soldering a prototype board? Oh, cool. Yeah, Amigas have a lot of. I think it was a 3000. It ended up being like a bad Angus chip, so it was like one of the unobtainium chips. There's also a lot of acid damage. I fixed most of that, but I couldn't get the rest of it. Okay, so this is an AND. So if we do positive and positive, so it should only do an output when it's both positive. Well, I can definitely see a change. Oh, yeah, there's some gunk on the line now. Okay, it's lined up actually pretty good, but now the rise time is really fast on that particular line compared to the other ones. Yeah, Retro, I did make some progress. I finally got this thing to actually output something. I'm still in a dream, Ben Eater. Some days you'll eat a snake, and then you'll eat a tree frog. I give my love, not for honor, but for you, Ben Eater. In your life, there'll be no one else. Well, it definitely delays it, but now it actually rises way faster than the other lines. Which is... it's kind of the same problem if you think about it. Bud, are you sleeping? See, it actually lines it up pretty good now, but now it's got this overshoot. And probably has, yeah, an undershoot too. It's lined up a lot better than it was. Anybody know how to get rid of this undershoot on this AND gate? Yeah, you can see the under end overshoot. It's the purple line. The stuff coming off the Atari is like, it's open collector inputs with a pull-up. Oh, maybe that's the problem. Bud! Are you a big blubbery bastard? Someday you'll have a snake, da-da-da, and then you'll eat a tree frog. Bud, are you a snake eater? Oh, that's right. I still don't know if Bud is scared of cucumbers. Well, I don't want to buy a cucumber. Like, is that even worth it? I wonder what this overshoot and undershoot would look like on video. Because I'd be worried it would affect the color. Actually, I think I have that someplace here. Oh, there's the color burst. There's the bastard. I don't think the color burst is even I don't think it's even sinusoidal on this Atari. That's weird. Where's the color burst? Isn't this is the whole picture, isn't it? Yeah, that's one whole frame. Why isn't the color burst being applied? That's weird. I ended up just buying an extra controller just to make it work. So I never figured out what was wrong with it. I mean, the wrong voltage was being sent to the Hall effect sensors, which is a failure I've never seen before. Maybe they cheaped out on something, because that does seem to be a cost-reduced controller. I give my love, not for honor, but for you. Bud Eater, in my life, there'll be no one else. Aw, Bud is cute. Bud, are you super cute? Are you having innocent dreams? Innocent dreams. Replace Ben with The Rock. Yeah. I've got CGI hair and no nipples or something. Bud, are you still in a dream, Bud Eater? He's still in a dream, Ben Eater. Some days he'll build a computer, da, da, and then he'll build another computer, da, 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 and then after that he'll build a crappy video card. I give my subs not to 8-bit guy, but for you, Ben Eater. Ben Eater. That's a song somebody should make AI do. Bud, we played by Bill Murray. Yeah. Yep, and then Rick and Morty will point out the same thing that Gen X kids noticed 40 years ago. I'm still in a dream, Ben Eater. Huh, kept you waiting, huh? Da-da-da-da-da. I give my life. Now we're gonna make 10 Death Stranding games. Eater. A musical? Which musical? The Ben Eater musical? What a thrill. With computers and circuits through the night. What a thrill. Oh yeah, because we did get those. Well, no, they're not copyright strikes. It's content claim ID. So, but yeah, if there's no ads in the video, what is being claimed? There's nothing to get. But you're so extreme. Bud, are you a greenie eater? This is more jank engineering here. They're gonna steal from my tip jar. Tip your bartenders. Maybe it's gonna be like Spider-Man 3, where I end up singing at a jazz club. It's like I lose all my money, and I had to sing at a jazz club. And then Tobey Maguire comes in, and he's like, "Find me some shade." I give my love, not for honor, but for you, Ben Eater. Excuse me. It's like I'm making an Aerosmith album. Frodo, you cannot die. Alright, added a 130 ohm resistor and then a 33 puffer to ground, and look at that beauty. It lines up like a duck's guts. Here, let me remove the puffer. Yeah, so I think that would be good. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. The slopes are pretty consistent. Let's check the out slope. The falling edge, I should say. So this is why I made my own ROM, because I wanted to know exactly what was on the screen and have it not change. That one's a little less synchronized, but the one we're adjusting is the purple that's in the middle. It would be kind of well. Remember, we used to hook up VGA. We had a VGA to HDMI adapter on this thing, and then we put it through a Blackmagic. That was a big bag of ass. That looks pretty good. Cute little kitten. Cute little kitten. Damn, it's looking good. I'm gonna get those alien bastards for messing up my ride. Nice. Let's get this circuit out onto a tray. What time is it? 9:32. John St. John. Yeah. Let's get this big guy back into action. Oh yeah, they're pooping out another Dune movie. Right, because the Hollywood Union requires that there be at least 10 Zendaya movies every year. Let's see, what is this one? Oh, this is NXP. It's a different brand. Yeah, I want to make sure that if... Well, obviously I'd use a surface mount one. And maybe I could use the AND gate for something else in the system. You never know. You might need it. So when we did the Evil Dead pinball, I actually gave Bruce a Duke Nukem line because I figured he needed to get one of his lines back. So I think it's in what mode is it where Bruce kind of is it Evil Awake? There's some mode where like Bruce. It's the part in the movie where he turns into like a deadite, and then he's okay. And so we had all these still images of Bruce, and we actually used his high school photo, and they were okay with it. That's like when you were like the most like virginal. So like, but as your faces turn good and bad, there's all this dialogue, and so one of them, like when you turn all the way good, he says, "Damn, I'm looking." Wait, what's the thing that Bruce? Damn, I'm looking good. Yeah, he says that. He says, "Damn, I'm looking good." So I deliberately gave him a Duke Nukem line. And now the circle is complete. Is it like Dune 3 where they kind of like flip the whole Messiah thing on its head? I guess where they subvert expectations. I wonder what people will think of that. Bud, are you an innocent sleeper? Are you a sleeper cell? Well, looks like I got a bunch of these NXP ones. Oh wait, god damn it. They're not all NXP. That one's Texas Instruments. Ugh. Alright, let's be really, really, really pedantic. Wait, those things, I put them in someplace weird. Fudge. Where was that stupid place I put them? And I'm like, I won't remember where they are. But then I was like, oh, that's where they are. Fridge. Apparently I can't remember. No, it's not those. It was over here, wasn't it? How many smartwatches do I need? Answer, not that many. Oh, there they are. Yeah, that isn't... well, I guess I found them. That's the important thing. Bum 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 bum. We need Duke Nukem to save us. Duke Nukem, that guy takes forever. Well, statistically, Ryan Gosling and Zendaya probably have been in a movie together. Yeah, but Ryan Gosling's cool, though. Ryan Gosling's like the secret, like, you know, he's in everything, but he's like cool. Remember when Zendaya was in Project Hail Mary? Me neither. God damn it. Oh, I'm going to introduce more propagation delay. More Lemphis bread. Don't you see it, Mr. Frodo? He's a villain! Alright. Let's make another mess. Blah, 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 blah. So I have this theory. I think the actual origin of COVID was when Taylor Swift dated John Mayer. So that technically made everyone in show business have sex with everyone when they had sex. And maybe that's where COVID came from. All right, let's see. Okay, so we need a female to female. Oh, crap. Those are upstairs. Damn it. I'll be back. Let's add even more wires and ringing to this. Why not? Meanwhile, 10 years later... No, I must have missed something. Oh, I hooked it up to the blanking signal. I am dumb. Just like Bud. Bud is dumb. Whoa, that's got a much larger propagation delay. And that's why you check. Hey, Zedacod, how's it going? Yeah, that's got, gosh. That, now it's like 20, yeah, about 20 nanoseconds behind. So that's a really slow AND gate. Okay, that was the NXP. Yes. The Boo Box. This one was Texas Instruments. I think I have some Texas Instruments surface mounts. I mean, it's probably well, I'm sure it's the same silicon, it's just in a different package. But yeah, that was fairly different. The Boo Box. Let me just double check. It was different, but it didn't have the overshoot. Okay, so if we want to go total autism, I need to see if I have a surface mount Texas Instruments in here. I think I do. Thought I did. There's one. La-di-da-di-da. Singing, singing, singing. Imagine singing here. Oh man, this one's much faster. I mean, I could probably fit this dip 14 in there. I don't really want to, but it does seem to work. Measure twice, cut once. Only one type comes up on DigiKey. That's hard to believe. Bud, what are you doing? Are you being a bad bud? Bud could never be bad unless he was. Dun dun dun. Yeah, that's a good point, Randy Novick. We've been tracking ourselves for decades now. Bud, do you have deadly claws? It does seem some towns are like I think in Madison they're getting rid of the flocks. So Madison's actually doing something liberal, like actually liberal, not like modern pseudo-liberalism. Man, like this setup right here is like pretty good. Do I have? I'm sure I have 10 of these. Yeah. Oh, I've got a whole bucket full. That's weird. That was only one result on DigiKey, though. Well, Randy, I have a not really a counterpoint, Randy, but like I think they're going to push for a digital social security number, like a cryptographic one. And it's kind of like, it's bad, but at the same time, it's like, what is it, a 9-digit number? Like, that's not remotely secure. That's a joke. I don't know. Yeah, Alan's story. Yeah, hold on. I've got the mock-up over here. I want to do a batch of like 10... as small as possible Atari portables using the original chips, so you don't have to like find a super rare junior. So this would be the form factor. So what we were working on tonight was we made a super janky custom ROM cartridge, and then I programmed it with code so it would do a test pattern so we can check the propagation delay issues with the chip. Oh, Total MK. I have one. I was in this parking lot. Oh no, it's not on my phone. Oh shit, because I copied some photos off my phone. Okay, so I was in this parking lot, and I saw this truck, and it had these graphics on the door, and it said Kern's Dumpster Service. And I took a photo of it because I wanted to make a joke about text kerning, but I didn't. But then, like, I think like a day later, I got an ad for dumpster services on my phone. So apparently they scan your photos too. Yeah, Starlancer, Astro. I found one almost immediately when I started doing Atari mods back in like 2001. And then I didn't find another one until like 2024. I still have it. I haven't done anything with it. So I found exactly 2 in all that time. But I did that Vagabond where I used the original one and the chip had been in a junk drawer for like 19 years. And I made it into a portable, and then someone actually gave me their one chip to make another one of those Vagabonds. So that's why I ended up making 2 of those. But I think I can make a pretty small Atari without that. Speaking of which, actually, yeah, see, if I move this booster over... Oh shit, actually I think there's a big bus going through here. Could... Dead bug, dead bug. Maybe? Yeah, your social security number, and well, I don't want to even say it codes, but yeah, it's like it's kind of like when you were born and also regions where you were born. So basically, yeah, they can be reverse engineered. But it's only 9 digits. I have like a really crazy conspiracy theory with it. Well, yeah. Well, basically, I think there's several things happening right now where the intention is to get people to accept digital online IDs. That's all the age verification stuff. And then digital social security numbers, which is the immigration debate and also the Medicare fraud debate that's been up lately. Because, yeah. That's the problem. Like, if you have both of those, then you can have a digital currency and we're screwed. I was thinking about doing stereo sound because the TIA chip, its 2 audio channels actually output on 2 different pins. It's connected on the circuit board, but if you have it disconnected, you can actually have discrete audio. So, yeah, I could possibly have a stereo headphone jack. Probably not stereo speakers though. I don't think I have enough room for it. Okay, well, I guess if this particular chip is the right speed, I guess I can try to find a spot to stick it in. Well, yeah, what is this social security number? It's 9, yeah, it's 9 digits, so that's 1 billion. So, what do you got, 330 million Americans? So there's only 3 times as many numbers as there are people. So 9-digit number, that would be 900. So that would be what? That's what is that? 29-bit encryption. Rambozo Khan, they're not doing anything with new social security numbers, but I think they want to. It's the same thing with Real ID. Like, Real ID it's not a federal ID, but it's a state ID that has a federal level of security. Well, not security, a federal level of scrutiny to it. See, that's like with the you know, they keep talking about the SAVE Act in Congress. Like, the SAVE Act would make voting, it would make voting harder. Because if it has the same onus, like, I wouldn't be able to vote if they did it because I don't have a Real ID yet. And it kind of sounds like it wouldn't just require a driver's license, it would require a Real ID. So, yeah, I think that's too onerous, personally. VCF Midwest? Yeah, that's only a couple months away. No, shit. What, that's like 6 weeks away now? Oh, God, the summer's just blowing by, and I haven't hardly done jack shit. I was thinking about going to look at some land, maybe. I saw some pretty cool land on Zillow the other day. It's a little bit more than I want to spend, but apparently it has a Sandpoint well and a 1976 septic, which sounds too old. It's almost as old as I am. I don't know if that would be actually usable, but... Actually, my passport's expired, too. I need to send in a picture of myself and get my passport renewed. But yeah, so like next time I fly, I'll probably just use my passport, which I don't agree with constitutionally. I think that's unconstitutional to require a passport to travel within a country, because passports are about the borders of countries, not states. Yeah. Kind of like the opposite of what the EU did with its unification. Yes, Total MK, if you don't have a Real ID, you can pay an extra fee to the TSA, but the other thing you can do is use your passport if you have one to get on the plane. But yeah, that was done as part of the Patriot Act, the Real ID thing. So I went back to 2001. They just kept delaying it and delaying it and delaying it. It was supposed to originally happen in October of 2020, which actually probably would have been a good time to do it. I don't know if I really have the energy to try the screen. I think I brought that screen down here, didn't I? Did I? Hope I didn't smush something on it. Where is it? Thought I had it. Bud, did you get smushed? Ugh, where did it go? I mean, Michael Wilson, that kind of happened during COVID, where like they had like the National Guard in like New Jersey like looking for New York State plates, and that got kiboshed pretty quick because that's technically an act of war between states. Okay, this is driving me nuts. I thought I brought it down here. All right, so what was that? That was a 33 puffer. All right, put you back. Not where I left you. Oh, it's on the shelf. Yeah, maybe the next time we look at this, we can build the little video circuit here. I mean, most of it's there. Well, there's pull-ups. I also did something else where I used stronger pull-ups. Because the original, here we go. The original schematic has 3.3K pull-ups, but if you use 1K, it's stronger. This is the original 1977 version. These buffers aren't in it. Yeah, so we just got to do, we got to do this side of it. Yeah, and some of this, well, this is the older version. So we basically got to have the resistors that sum the color, and then we got to, or sum the luminance. Then we add the color, and then we put some transistors on it, and then we should be able to hook it up to the little screen that we got up there, and then we can see how nice it looks, or how bad it looks. My septic is actually 74, 76-ish and concrete. Make sure the drain leach field is still in good shape. Yeah, I should research it. Although, I mean, if land already has septic and well on it, that's actually worth like 30 grand right there. Which is probably why this land is at least 20K more than you'd think it would be. I think there was a trailer on it at one point, which means you could probably put a trailer on it again. Oh, life hack. Oh man, that'd be the life. Just live in a trailer in the country. Then, well, shit. That's the other thing, like, it's so depressing, like if you look on Zillow and you see the tax history and the price history, like, even just land, like land out in the country, like I was looking at, it's like 3x. No, it's 3 to 4x what it was like 10 or 12 years ago. It's crazy. And then if it's still the same owner, you know, you'll be like, oh, tax assessed value $33,000, but if you buy it for $100,000, your taxes instantly triple. So I got to think about that too. So the one I was looking at, I'd be at what? That'd be $1,500 probably before I put anything on it. Ugh. That's kind of my thing, is like long term for retirement. Like, I do not want to stay in Madison. Like, I think my property taxes are already, I think it's $7,000 a year. What is it? Yeah, of course it went up again, and it'll probably keep going up. Yeah, $7,000 for a quarter-acre lot in a house. And one thing that was, I guess, good is that, maybe not the first year or two, but like most of the time I've lived here, the property value has increased much, much faster than the tax. Like last year is actually the slowest year in year. Like, it's definitely slowing down. So like last year was like $11,000 of appreciation. So that's still obviously more than the taxes. But like once the appreciation slows down or goes less than the tax amount, that's when I definitely want to like maybe live someplace else. I like living in Madison, but it's just so expensive. Let the hippies have it. Yeah, everything is expensive these days. It's crazy. Yeah, like my sewer, water, trash bill. And I looked it up. I think they added like $5 to that, like in May, for some hippie shit. And it's like, well, you know, it's up, like, right? Like, if you don't want to end up on Caleb Hammer, like, you should think about stuff like, it's like that bill for years and years was $55, you know, unless I like did a whole bunch of power washing, it was pretty much the same. And now it's like $79. So that's what, 25 times 12, so that's $300 a year. You know, that's like a, you know, what, 3 trips to the grocery store, maybe 2 these days. So I don't know. I think about that. Like the big thing that triggers me is like recurring costs. Like that's what you got to really watch out for. So yeah, I mean, I guess if I just had like a small lot with the trailer house on it, it'd be even cheaper. But I'd kind of like to have. I think the one I was looking at was like 5.5 acres. So yeah, but actually there wasn't a whole lot on Zillow lately. Moving to Japan? Oh, because you could take American dollars there, is that why? Starlink. Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't think Starlink's that fast, is it? Oh God, that reminds me. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. Yeah. Something happened the other day where I was like, "Oh man, if I lived in the country, this would be so easy to resolve," but I don't. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. So, I mean, I could maybe stream the because I do got to build a control. I think I'll probably do that tomorrow. I guess I could stream it. So if we don't have any other controller builds, maybe we could work on the video circuit for this next Monday. Yeah, there are. If you go like an hour north of Madison, Megan, you can actually find shithole houses for like $100,000. But they're usually pretty bad. It's usually like a shithole house on like 10,000 square feet, and you know they're like 120 years old. Actually, that's a good point, Michael Wilson. Like, if I could put a trailer back there, if a trailer still has its wheels and the hitch, it's technically not considered property, or it's not. It's taxed at a lower rate because it's not permanent. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the zoning changed, but like on the Zillow photos, it was like, oh, the trailer has been removed, and it's like, oh, but trailers are expensive now too. That's the thing. Like, you can't just like find a trailer for $20,000 like you could when I was a kid. Yeah, and ratty old houses just like are so expensive to heat. Actually, I was thinking like with all my solar, with all my, you know, since I went and bought like, I think I have 13 of these now. Maybe I could make a experimental model solar tracker and then scale it up into like a big unit. Because that's the thing, if you went all solar with like Tesla batteries, and then if you had a heat pump, you could try to reduce your propane uses, because propane's another thing that makes country living really expensive. But if you had enough electricity, you could use the heat pumps, even in winter. Actually, I was talking to the AC guy about that. He said it works down to about 20 F, and he's like, well, there's still obviously heat in the air, but at a certain point, it just requires exponentially more energy, more electricity to get the heat out. Oh, you mean like what do they call that? Oh, actually, a couple of my friends have that, like barn dominiums. That's the thing, stranger sound. Like I'm trying to do this all cash though, because I don't have a mortgage on this house, and I would never in a billion years put one on it. So I want to do this like bit by bit, like buy some land. If I need it, then 1 year do a well, 1 year do the septic if I didn't have it. 1 year put down a concrete pad, because that's probably like 30 or 40 grand right there. So I want to do it in bits. Yeah, Charlie's burned. Well, he built something way larger than I would ever build, but actually, it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty huge, and I think, well, it wasn't that bad. Actually, I think what he spent on it is about what this little house is worth in Madison. It's crazy.
Yeah, I guess it would probably depend on the zoning, so I'd have to look into that. Yeah, we didn't expect you. Oh, Alaska. Yeah, it's cheap to live because nobody wants to live there. It's kind of like, well, or you could go to the Upper Peninsula, which is the Alaska of Wisconsin. All right, I'm gonna call it a night. But yeah, thanks for everyone stopping by, and yeah, we made some progress, and I wrote some code and burned my first ROM with. Yeah, I'd always wanted to do this, but I never did, and it worked. Maybe I should make an Atari 2600 game. That actually might be kind of fun because it's like so opposite of like Unity. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye bye. Say goodbye, bud. Do you know what your name is?